Hey guys, it's the Lion Queen, of course. So if this is your first time on my channel, I want to say thank you for joining me. Haven't done a video in a while, and for that, I want to apologize to you. It's been a while since I've done a video here on my page, and consistency is key. I told y'all I was gonna be consistent this year. Haven't really been, but keep me accountable because I'm coming. So, if you've been following me on my Instagram or my Facebook or even my Twitter a little bit, you'll see I have a blog. I have a blog. Shout out to WordPress. So, The Lion Queen with a V. So that's THELIONQVEEN.wordpress.com. And if you go there, hit the follow button and you'll be followed by me, and I'll get your email. I'll be able to send you emails whenever a new blog post comes up. It'll just be great. And yeah, so if you've been following my blog, you know that I recently did a blog post entitled Surrendering Success, and it was all about just how my basically my journey about surrendering my idea of success and what I wanted for my life, and surrendering that over to God, and how that process looked. But I wanted to do a separate video for that because, y'all excuse me, shout out, it's Palm Sunday by the way. He is risen. I cannot wait for Resurrection Sunday. But back to what I was saying. So I personally know that like nowadays, especially for millennials, it's kind of difficult for us to get rid of that idea of success. Like, you go on Instagram and there's that hashtag Black Girl Magic, hashtag we are doing this, Black girls graduate. Mind you, none of those things are bad. Like, graduating is a beautiful thing. It's important. It's what we are meant to do. I'm gonna look at the camera because I'm like I noticed that my eyes are going this way. But we're supposed to do these things. Not necessarily supposed to, but I feel like we just have a it's a good thing to get an education. It's a great thing to have money in your bank account. It's wonderful. But if all of those things are, they're great in their own right, in their own rights, right? But if it's apart from God and His will for your life, it comes to naught. It doesn't mean anything. And I had to learn that for myself. It's kind of like I had so many things up here that I wanted to do. Mind you, it's in the will of God. So I know that like when I'm in the will of God, things are gonna fall where they're supposed to, and when I'm not in the will of God, things aren't gonna work out the way that I thought they would. And that's usually how it happens for me. Also, just in terms of, if you hear my dad in the background, he sleeps next door, so it's like, if you hear a Bajan person talking, that's him. So, yeah, so just in general, I know for me, especially as a millennial, I am 23 years old, going to be 24th in May, 24th. Y'all, I just came from church. I'm still a tad bit slang. I'm going to be 24 in May. And, you know, I'm not where I thought I would be, but I have learned that I am exactly where I need to be. So, if you haven't been following me that long, if you've been following me since I started my page, and I stopped it for a while, and I'm going to do an actual video on this as well, I'm really excited. You might be like, what's this on her finger? What is that? I am engaged to my amazing fiance, and I'm going to try to get him on here. He likes the camera, but he doesn't like the camera. I'm going to get him on here. So, back. I had a plan. I thought I was going to get my degree at 21, like everyone does. Like, that's just what I thought. I thought everybody got their degree at 21. What do you mean? Like, it's the norm. Where do they do that at? In my mind, it was the norm. Like, 21 was You get your degree, you get your apartment, you get your car, you're lit. Like, that's life. Then I got life, and I was like, that ain't life. Um, I ended up, as if you read my blog post, you know this. I ended up flunking. I put that in air quotes because it was actually I should put an underline into that because it was legitly flunking school at the age of around 18, 19. So like I had just started, and I wasn't ready for college. I thought because I was like this straight A, amazing, wonderful student in high school, I would just go there and it'll be the same thing. I could do the same thing and like life would be good. That's what I assumed. I assumed that I could do the same thing and it would just be fine. Nothing would be wrong. But I quickly learned that that was absolutely not true. College coursework is hard. I've been in school I graduated high school in 2012, so I've been in school for about 6 years now. And I used to be so ashamed to say that. And it's been a struggle. Trust me. I'm still not comfortable saying it, but it's the truth. And I'm proud to be saying that I'm getting my associate's degree in May. But I am going on to further my education. But like, you know, it's been a real struggle, y'all. But like, the one thing that has, because I've had many times where I want to be like, quit it, forget it, I'm done. Like, I'm done. I'm so done. Like, I wanted to give up, y'all. And just throw in the towel and say, excuse me, I'm just going to fix this a little bit, yeah. So, I wanted to, like, just throw in the towel and say, like, it's done. I finished. I'm done with school. I'm going to go get some random job or something, because my GPA was crying. Like, now it's like jumping for joy and shouting. But my GPA was crying. And I was crying. We all were crying tears of just, I don't want to do this anymore. But the thing that kept me going, not even the thing, just what truly kept me was understanding that, like, this is a part of my purpose. I'm not about to cry, y'all. I promise I'm not about to cry on this video. I might cry. But like, no, what truly kept me going was, it may seem hard for you right now. It may not look good, but I have something better on the other side of this. God has something planned for me. There's purpose to this pain. Like, and if you really look at your life and everything that you've gone through, there was purpose for it. There's always purpose. We don't see it while we're in the pain. We don't see it while we're in the process. We don't see it while we're in the struggle. But there's purpose there, you know? The issue that we have as frail human beings is getting stuck in that place of heartache. That place of, like, turmoil and I don't want to do this no more. We get stuck in this place of just struggle. And hashtag the struggle is absolutely real, don't get me wrong, but my God is realer. And you have to understand that. Like, even though the struggle might be wrong, even though the process might be hard, your purpose might be hard, things might be going all crazy around you. Like, the testimonies I have in this season are just like, nobody but God. Nobody. Nobody but God. And it truly, this is what the pruning, the purging, this season, this process that some of you may be in is for. It's for learning to truly depend on God. It's for understanding that without Him, you can legitimately do nothing. It's for understanding who you are in Christ, who He is to you, and that He is your provider. That is what these processing, these issues, these struggles are for, is to let you understand and to keep you understanding that He is your provider. No one could have done what God did for me during this season. I am fully engaged. I'm about to graduate college, and I almost flunked. Almost. I was like, done. I'm about to pack up my little bags or whatever, go somewhere else, forget all of this, and just be like. But I had to, like, what kept ringing in my ear was like, I'm not through with you. There's something more for you to do. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. And I was like, but I am tired. God, I don't want to do this. And I'm so serious. I was like, God, SOS, save me, help me. I don't want to do this no more. I'm about to say, forget these professors, forget this school, forget this degree. I don't care anymore. Like, tired, just tired. Like, not tired, tired. Okay, it was that bad. And like, the enemy will always try to keep you where he knows you're stagnant. So when you sing like, everything's going bad, nothing's going good, I'm just depressed and tired, the enemy wants to keep you in that place because you're not going to get up and do anything. You're not going to get up and work against his kingdom. So of course he wants to keep you stagnant and tired and sad and depressed, and because it ain't hurting him. It's hurting you. It's hurting your purpose. It's keeping you from doing what God's called you to do. But he good, because you're not hurting his kingdom. You're not going against his kingdom. You're not fighting rulers of darkness in high places. You're not doing any of that. You're just laying in your bed, crying on the pillow. And that was me for like a year, a whole year of just like, I can't do this. Oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm doing. What is going on? And I had my moments of just like, oh, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna do this, and then it was just like, oh, feel that weight again, that depressive weight, and I wouldn't allow myself to speak the word over me in order to get out of that depressive state. I wouldn't do that. I would just like continuously let those thoughts run around. And what this Bible say? This Bible says, let me find it. Let's find this scripture, guys. So by the way, this is one of my favorite Bibles. I'm gonna do a Christian Girl must-haves video. I was gonna say tag, but I'm gonna do one of those too. But I'm gonna do a must-have. This is like legitimately one of my must-haves. This is the She Reads Truth Bible. My fiance got it for me for Christmas Christmas last year. Y'all don't mind it when I put it up to the camera. The light gets weird. So yeah, but this is the She Reads Truth Bible. I love this Bible. I've written up and through all around this Bible. I love this thing. So yeah, where is it? 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 Okay. Yes. So, I'm gonna go, this is 2 Corinthians 10, and I'm gonna start by 3. And it says, I'm gonna start with verse 3. So 2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 3, and I'm gonna go down through 5. So here we go. It says, for although we live in the flesh, we do not wage war according to the flesh, since the weapons of our warfare are not of the flesh, but are powerful through God for the demolition of strongholds. We demolish arguments and every proud thing that is raised up against the knowledge of God, and we take every thought captive to obey Christ. The Bible says, 2 Corinthians 10 and 5, to take every thought captive. In some translations, I believe like King James, New King James, it states, take every thought captive and submit it, bring it under the submission of God. And I was not doing that. I was allowing every thought that plagued my mind, that was from the enemy himself, to seep in and just sit there. And I'd just be like, I'm a failure. Nothing's going right. I'm not gonna do anything. Like, my life is going horribly. And like, I knew that I was called. I knew that God was for me. But these thoughts, like this right here, this thing in the middle of your head, your big old head, this brain, is so important. We know no one understands how important our mind is. When your mind's not right, your whole life's not right. And even now I'm still struggling in terms of like this wedding, this graduation, this a lot of, and it's, I'm gonna actually do a whole video on it, just like of how like, gotta wait for the video, because it's a lot, but yeah, this mind is important, and the Bible also states, let this mind be in you that is also in Christ Jesus, and we have to remember these verses, these things, when these thoughts come in. We have to speak that word over our thoughts, command our thoughts to line up with the word of Christ. Like, nope. The Bible says, 2 Corinthians 10:5, I shall take every thought captive and bring it under submission to the word of God. I wish you would, Satan, try to come up in here and tell me. I wish you would. Okay? I know who God is. I know my Jesus. And we have to, like, truly believe that, you know? I think it's also, for me, it comes with a lot of maturity. Because I still have some things I need to work on before I can become the wife I want to be, before I can become the woman I want to be, before I can become the woman of God that I want to be. There's so much things that I need to work on for my own self. But I'm also able to help others, and God has graced me for that, and I'm so very thankful. And so, surrendering this idea of success, I had this idea that, you know, like I said, I was gonna go to college, get my degree, get married, have kids at 25. That was my life. Have kids at 25, live in like an amazing place like Atlanta, and like just go to the Gathering Oasis and be lit. Like, that was my assumption of what life was supposed to be like for me. And I learned, like, you know, that God doesn't do things on our timetable. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I know, whatever. Women burp. Anyway, but like, you know, God doesn't work on our timetable. Our timetable doesn't matter to God. I had my whole life planned, and God was like, nope. Like, plans change, things happen, life happens. God redirects you. God shows you that, hey, this may not be the door that you want to go through. This may be the door you want to go through. I have a better place for you. It's better here. I have a better place for you. My will is so much greater than yours. You know, and so God will make things happen the way he wants them to happen for your life, because he wants you to walk in his will. He's such a good father that he doesn't want you. It's like, think of it like this. It's like if you're a kid, mind you, I have like a 7-year-old nephew. I love him to death. Shout out to TJ. He'll be very excited that I shout him out in this video. But it's just like a kid, and let's say a kid is like running in the street and there's cars coming, like my mom's outside talking about her jammies. But let's just say a 5 to 10-year-old. Let's say a 5-year-old, because they do these things. It's like they run out into the street and there's a car coming. Like, cars are coming left, right, up, down. If they're in like an intersection, they're just like running around the circles in the intersection, like, wee! And you're just like, get out the road. If you don't get out the road, you're gonna get hit. What are you doing? And the kids just like frolicking in there, like just doing their own thing. And you're their parent. And they can't hear you. My goodness. And they can't hear you. And you're like, and the kids just like running around in circles. Don't know what they're doing. Just run around in circles. And God literally just showed me that. But that's literally how we are sometimes. A lot of times, actually. We're running around in circles. And he's calling us. He's saying, hey, get out the street. Get out the road. You're going to get hit. You're going the wrong way. What are you doing? But we can't hear him. And for the child, because this is what the Lord showed me, it's like the child is too far from their parent. They can't hear their parent calling them because they've gone too far. How far have you run from God that you can't hear him? He's calling you back to him for your safety. You swam in the shallow end. I've seen it happen. Kids go all the time. Community pools. Shallow end, deep end. You're in the deep end. They say stay in the shallow end. Stay in the shallow water. Stay where I can see you. Stay where you're safe. But if we venture off on our own thinking we're doing something, when we're out of his will, we're not safe in that place. We think that is what success is. We think that going that way, I'm going to be successful. And you're hurting. You're successful, but you're depressed. You're successful, but you're tired. You're successful, but you have anxiety. You're successful, but you have no relationship with Jesus. That is not true success. I can tell you right now, that's not true success. It's not joy. It's not happiness either. True success is knowing that Christ lives within you. Knowing that I'm in his will for my life. Knowing that no matter what anyone says to me, I am doing what God has called me to do on this earth. I am walking in my purpose. I'm living out the calling that God has given me on this planet before I die. That's true success. So I just want to leave you guys with this. If you're looking on Instagram or Facebook or any of those other websites that promote all these amazing, and don't get me wrong, clap for your sister when she's doing amazing things. Clap for your brother when he's out here doing great things. But don't look at them and say, I need to do that. That's what success is. No, you, my dear, have to do what God has told you to do. That is that definition of success that you're looking for. Being in his will is success. And it took me a long time to hear that and to realize that. But success is being in the will of God and walking in it day in and day out. And knowing that no matter what comes, what happens, he has your back. He says it all the time, I got you. You just have to start believing it. Alright guys, I love you. If you guys didn't do it yet, subscribe to my channel, hit that button down below, and hit the notification button so you can get notified whenever I put up a new video. And if you have any questions about surrendering success, any questions about how I got into the place where I am, I'm not nowhere near where I want to be. But if you have any questions, you want prayer requests, leave me a comment down below and I will get back to you. I promise, I promise, I promise. Alright, if you guys have any more... I'm leaving this in, I promise. Without anything else to say, without further ado, I'm gonna just end this video and tell you guys I love you. It is Palm Sunday. Resurrection Sunday is next week. He is risen. I'll probably do a video on that too. But I love you guys. Have a great day.